My name's J.C. McCauley, and you're watching accesstv.org.
Hi, once again, Lorna's Corner, Lorna Little here at the 100 Men of Color event. It was a wonderful event last year, and this one is even better. We're here at the Bushnell Theater right here in the city of Hartford, and there are so many people here that are here to support these wonderful men of color. People may ask, why do you need to have a celebration that supports the men of color in our community? It's important because a lot of times our men get a bad rap. There's always so much negativity associated, but here's a night where 1128 Entertainment and June Archer have come together to say, no, let's celebrate our men in the community who are doing wonderful things. People from the fields of education, politics, people involved with religious activities, a variety of individuals. So we're going to have an opportunity to speak to some of the men. We'll be right back.
Hey everyone, my name is Charity Ann Chambers, and everyone watches accesstv.org. Watch it, like it, and share it.
I told you we were going to be speaking to some of the men who are being honored here this evening, and I just looked around. I didn't have to go far. I've spotted Mr. James Lewis. We go way, way, way back. He has been in the community doing so much and a force on the music scene and with artists. Well, you've been a force because for many years, a lot of the artists that have kind of come to the area and that have been in the area came out to, support some of the efforts that you were doing. Tell people a little bit about who you are, James Lewis, we know your name, and what you're doing. Just briefly, share with us.
Let's see. I guess the one thing that has been concurrent is the tastemakers, the New England Tastemakers event, which has been the networking event that we've been doing for over 20 years that helped bring a lot of artists in when we were working for record companies, from the Common, Roots. It's where we've done with DJ Buck and Clinton Sparks, and we still do it now. You've been through a couple times, and so we changed it up. But we're doing that. We're still doing radio, and we're still trying to find who's next.
Well, it's interesting that you talk about some of these artists who have done some phenomenal things. We think about the Roots, who that I'm familiar with. They've been on Lorna's Corner many times, and we see them now, doing the show, and everybody's just excited about their progress that they've had. Now, one of the things that has been important to both of us is the fact that we want to impress upon people the positive aspect in music, because there's a whole culture that the music isn't as positive, but we've always wanted to shine a light on the positive music.
Well, I think there's always been that balance. I think for me, I've been blessed with working both sides of it. The Commons, Talib Kweli, and Mos Def, and I know Talib is speaking in Boston on Monday at a hip-hop symposium, so it's great to see a lot of these cats grow as we get older, and the silly stuff we've done as kids, you mature and you change up, and we got to look at the cats that are really building the community, and hopefully more radio and everybody will get behind the more positive side of hip-hop. A lot of people keep saying hip-hop is dead. It's not. We just got to take a little more time to find quality music.
All right, thanks so much, James. We're so proud of you, and congratulations on your success. And I could not resist speaking to Cedric. Now, he's trying to crouch down because he's a lot taller than I am. This is Mr. Cedric Veazey. I remember him from many years ago. He's an actor, he's an athlete, he's an educator. He does so many things. So introduce yourself to our viewers and tell them a little bit about how you came to the place of being one of the 100 men of color being honored this evening.
Well, first of all, I'm very humbled at the situation and the situation that occurred to be honored here at the 100 Men, and through perseverance. Basically, it was through perseverance and hard work that I was able to accomplish so much. Coming from the inner city of Bridgeport, Connecticut, it was hard just for young brothers to get ahead, but I found a way, I found the niche through sports, through entertainment, and through education. So that's my three-headed dragon that I kind of come into it. So I was able to explore that, able to get more involved, and what I have learned, I share. So basically that's what it is. So all the things that I've learned, I'm willing to share, and I keep on sharing. So I still coach, I still teach, I still go on my little auditions if I got to, and I'm just happy to be here.
One thing I could say, and I want to share this, is that he's always been a kind person. You have a lot of these folks who have opportunities to be in movies like yourself and be in other arenas that maybe aren't as humble and maybe aren't as nice. So it's important to be important, but it's very important to be nice.
Absolutely. Like I said, you know, I always like to share. And like I said, that's what we're here for, right? To share. So basically I try to put forth a positive attitude, go out and basically never give up on your dreams, because I had dreams of doing a lot of things. I happen to play professional basketball, happen to be in movies. I happen to share those experiences in the classroom, teaching today's youth in Hartford, New Haven, and also right now back in my hometown in Bridgeport. So what it does, it expounds and reaches a greater part of the earth. So I'm happy to touch people in everywhere I go.
Well, we're proud to have you being honored here tonight. We're happy to have you on Lorna's Corner, and we know that we will continue to see him do many more things in the community. Congratulations.
How tall is Lorna's Corner? Because this just ain't working. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know what? I'm a flexible person, but you just have a little bit of height difference on me tonight. But I'm tall in spirit. I'm tall in spirit.
I could be hanging out in the corner. I like those days are over.
Well, see, let's clarify. One thing I've always said about Lorna's Corner, that is the positive corner, the place to be.
Oh.
Negativity goes on other corners, but our corner was always changing what the corner represented.
Absolutely. Pleasure. Thanks a lot, Lorna.
Take care.
All right.
Hi, I'm speaking with various men here at the 100 Men of Color celebration, all distinguished men in different fields and different arenas, and I spotted a face that I remember from college. Central Connecticut State University. It wasn't even a university when I was there. It was a college. And so I remember CJ. I remember people looking up to him. I remember him being a role model and someone that was so supportive of many of the students that were there. I would remember that so many people wanted to go to you for advice. So tell the people a little bit about your honor here tonight, but in terms of how you came to this place, what you do and did at Central.
Right. Well, for years I was director of the Educational Opportunity Program, which was, you know, to give students an opportunity who maybe didn't do well in high school, come through a special summer program, and then be successful after and enter university. And then after that, for 25 years, I went over to become the athletic director at Central and had a very successful run at that. So I was nominated by Michael Ansero, who was inducted last year. And in terms of being here, it's really an honor to be recognized for helping people and being a mentor. And then, lo and behold, one of our former students from the EOP program, Keon Berry, is also being recognized tonight.
Yes, and I know Keon. He's a wonderful person.
And he was in the EOP program, and he thanked me for, you know, being a mentor. And you really just do your job and hope that you affect people. And then when it comes to something like this and you see Loretta Outlaw, former student, her husband's being recognized, and you feel that you had some kind of impact that you didn't even really know about, and you've affected actually generations of people. And so I'm most proud of what I did and didn't know what I was doing, but the end result and the effect that it's having.
And it's interesting because I could tell always, even though I hadn't been a part of that program, your name was always connected with positivity, and it was always about uplifting. And I came from Hartford, and many of the students that were in the program came from Hartford. And so that was their first entree in college experience, and it was a positive experience. They let them continue on and move towards success.
It was like a nice little network, so even though you might not have been in the program, it was still that connection. And people knew that they wanted to support each other, and that even if you weren't in the program, you could come to me, or you could get advice through someone who was in the program who might ask a question and bring it back to you. So I'm really thrilled to be here, happy to be honored, but you know, it's just amazing what has transpired, and that's the best feeling for me.
Well, we thank you. And we appreciate you taking out some time to be on Lorna's Corner, a Central Connecticut State University alum. You know, we turned out some really great people at the school that have worked really hard and many come from humble beginnings and are doing really well. So thank you for inspiring the next generation.
Thank you.
My name is Samantha Bass. I'm owner of Samantha's Modeling. You are watching accesstv.org.
How do you judge a law firm's success? Cases won, money made, or what the firm does in the community? At Dressler Strickland, we know that success is just the beginning. The true measure of success is what you do with it. For 33 years, we've used our success to help our neighbors and our community. 24/7, 11/22. Whenever you need us, we'll be there. Dressler Strickland, building communities one case at a time.
Hello, you're watching Lorna's Corner. We're talking to some of the men at the 100 Men of Color event, 1128 Entertainment, and June Archer sponsoring this wonderful event here this evening honoring 100 Men of Color. I'm speaking with Reggie Hatchett, who is at Weaver High School, and I want you to tell people about what it is you do there and how you came to this place of being honored as one of the 100 Men of Color in this community that are making a difference.
Well, I'm the head boys basketball coach at Weaver High School of the varsity boys team, and I've been a youth coach in the Hartford area for the last 10 years. So I was at the Boys and Girls Club. I coached AAU basketball all before I became the head coach of the Weaver basketball team. So, you know, I was known as pretty much as a stalwart in the community, in the North End community, as far as youth basketball is concerned.
Okay, so how do you believe that, you know, the academics and the basketball and the athleticism all goes together to help our young people? Because sometimes people don't always see the connection. Unfortunately, they're seeing some of the things that are going on in professional sports and things like that. But tell people a little bit about how that molds young people into a positive direction.
Well, actually, there's a demographic of young men that you must use athletics as the carrot to get them to produce more in the classroom. And for a lot of young men, athletics is the ticket out of the poverty in which they live and their only chance to go to school because financial aid won't be enough for them academically. Their only chance to get into a prestigious college would be through an athletic scholarship. So these are the type of opportunities that we try to provide for the young men in the community by allowing, you know, athletics to be an outlet for some of them that seem downtrodden or discouraged by their other opportunities.
Okay, so that's wonderful. So support Mr. Hatchett when he comes out and tells you that he needs support for his young people that he's working with. Thank you for taking time to be on Lorna's Corner. Hello, you're still watching Lorna's Corner. You know that I'm here at the 100 Men of Color event, and I'm always talking to so many men who are so inspirational in the community. I had an opportunity to speak to you last year when you were actually an honoree, and now you're here to support once again. So this is the mayor of the city of Hartford. Tell us a little bit about how you feel inspired when you come to things like this and why you think it's still necessary in today's time.
Well, I feel inspired because I get to come in contact with so many people that I have known for so many years who have just been giving so much to our community and who are situated in a very nice spot to be mentors and role models for our youth, which is very important. I'm inspired because, yes, we do need to acknowledge the good work that gets done by all the gentlemen in this room, and we need to inspire others to continue along that path. But more importantly, I think that there is a need to bring us together and to collectively celebrate the accomplishments individually and as a community. So it's very important, and it's something that we need to continue and do it more often.
Okay. So as we talk about celebrating the diversity amongst all of these wonderful folk who do so much as individuals, it's a nice spirit in the room tonight. It just feels so positive and warm that everybody's working together as a team. All politics aside, all, you know, divisiveness, is about unity. And we need to see more of that in the city, in the country, in the nation.
You know, someone recently said on TV, some young people basically said that our city needs a lot more love. And that's what this is about. This is about setting aside all the things that often separate us and just concentrating on the inner core and the spirit of individuals and expressing our love for each other and recognizing what we do for each other and for our community. So it's a great event, and I'm a very, very happy person tonight.
And I'm talking to Brandon Frame. He is so positive and inspirational in our community. I don't even have to ask why he was selected as one of the 100 Men of Color, but he's an educator. He has come up with the Black Man Can Institute. He's given out ties. He's done so much to help our young people in the community. Introduce yourself and tell them more about what inspired you to do these things.
Brandon Frame, Chief Visionary Officer of the Black Man Can. And I just really saw M.K. Asante is one of my favorite scholars, and he says once you make an observation, you have an obligation. So I made an observation that our young men of color need to see positive images and have their stories told. So I created the Black Man Can to do just that.
That's wonderful. And you've had a lot of positive feedback about all the initiatives that you've undertaken. And you're going beyond Hartford. You're going all around the country. How does that work out? How do you come up with, okay, I'm going to do this in Atlanta, or I'm going to do it here or there? How do you decide that?
Just building partnerships with different people because the need is so great. What's going on in Hartford is going on in Delaware, what's going on in Atlanta, what's going on in Los Angeles. And so partnering with people who are committed to making a difference, that's what we do. Right after this, I'm headed down to Wilmington, Delaware, because we have an institute tomorrow morning. So just the work is needed, and so we're going to keep doing the work.
Well, thank you so much for giving of yourself and your time, and we appreciate you taking the time to be out on Lorna's Corner.
Hi, I'm Paul Willis, host of the Grassroots Business Journal on accesstv.org. We have a segment called Pitch Your Business, where small business owners have the opportunity to give a 3-minute elevator pitch about their business. If you are a small business owner, need to get the word out about what you offer, then you need to put a face with your business on the Grassroots Business Journal segment, Pitch Your Business. You can contact me, Paul Willis, at 860-490-8856 or email me at pcwillis@gmail.com. Get worldwide business exposure, be seen on the social media links like Facebook or Twitter. So Pitch Your Business, the place for small business marketing needs.
Hi, this is Reese and Grace from the OEG's Unscripted with Reese and Grace.
And you're watching accesstv.org, Hartford's Grassroots Television Network. Like it, watch it, share it.
Hello, you're watching Lorna's Corner, and someone who I've known for many years, an inspirational gentleman who has taken health and transformed people, mind, body, and soul for many years. We have Mr. Calvin Moore here. Congratulations on your honor, and tell us a little bit about all the things you do, because transformation for you, I know, is spiritual, physical, the whole gamut.
Well, it's a holistic approach, and the reality of it is that I'm just excited about this honor, but taking people's lives, changing basically their genetic code, helping them believe in themselves mentally, and it's a whole different concept, and it's not a gym, and that's what's wonderful about Transform.
Okay, so be clear, it's not a gym. It's interesting, I see so many people that have been transformed by your work, and how do you get that place where they have that breakthrough to just keep going?
Well, many of the people come, they're broken, all kinds of medicinal issues, medical issues, and other things. That's why we're on board. We have a psychologist, we have a nutritionist, but the training is functional and cross-directional, and so it's a whole different gamut. And through that process, helping them to understand, we're developing a culture that the women and men who train there understand that it's more than just losing weight, but it's allowing themselves to enhance and empower themselves in their mind. That's what's going to keep them going, so that it's not cyclical, and they can keep the weight, take the weight off and keep it off.
Well, that's important. We thank you for all that you've done to transform so many people in the community. And I remember you from all your work with Marcus Camby and all the other things that you've done in the community. And we just want to say much success and congratulations on your honor.
Thank you, Lorna. I appreciate it so much. And thank you for having me on this segment. I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you. All right. Thanks. Bye-bye. Okay. Now, many years, people are always saying you've interviewed and you've talked to so many people. Have you ever been hit on by any of the celebrities, or have you ever liked them? And I said, no way, no how. But today is the first time I can tell you, this man here, I will say that this is the love of my life. So this is the first interview where I had someone where I say, now this one, I'll take. This is my husband, Alonzo Little. He's one of the honorees, and I had to force him to come on the set here today. But it's important that we speak to him because he was selected based on all the different things he's done. He's been an entrepreneur. He's a teacher now, high school teacher working with young people. He's been a businessman that has done cards and flyers when people weren't even on flyers and cards. So tell us a little bit about why you're excited to be one of the 100 Men of Color today, besides the pride your wife has.
Well, not only that, just to be even mentioned with some of the honorees, the 100 Men, for somebody to even recognize me and some of the things that I do in the community is a beautiful thing. The man behind the camera, to be even mentioned in the same category with him, is a beautiful thing.
Mr. Stan McCauley.
So I just thank God for that, and let's just go get on it and have a good time.
All right, thank you. He doesn't like to be on camera, but I forced him. Thank you.